The Russian Federation, commonly known as Russia, is the largest country in the world, spanning both Eastern Europe and Northern Asia. Its history is rich and complex, with various political, social, and cultural developments over the centuries. Here is a brief overview of the history of the Russian Federation. Early history. The earliest known civilization in the region dates back to the 9th century, with the establishment of the East Slavic state of Kievan Rus. Kievan Rus had its capital in Kiev, present-day Ukraine, and flourished until the 12th century when it fragmented into several principalities. Mongol rule. In the 13th century, Mongol forces led by Batu Khan invaded Kievan Rus and established the Mongol Empire's rule, known as the Golden Horde, over the region. Mongol domination lasted for about 2 centuries and had a significant impact on Russian history and culture. Rise of Moscow. By the 14th century, the Principality of Moscow began to assert its power, gradually expanding its influence over neighboring territories. Ivan III, also known as Ivan the Great, successfully liberated Moscow from Mongol rule in 1480, marking the end of the Mongol domination. Tsardom of Russia. Ivan IV, also known as Ivan the Terrible, became the first officially crowned Tsar of Russia in 1547. Under his rule, the Russian state expanded eastward into Siberia and established a centralized autocratic system of governance. Romanov dynasty. In 1613, the Romanov dynasty ascended to power with the coronation of Tsar Michael I. The Romanovs ruled Russia for over 300 years until the Russian Revolution in 1917. Peter the Great and Westernization. Peter the Great, who reigned from 1682 to 1725, implemented extensive reforms aimed at modernizing Russia. He expanded the territory, reformed the army, and promoted cultural and educational advancements, including the foundation of St. Petersburg as a new capital. Imperial Russia. The 18th and 19th centuries witnessed the growth of the Russian Empire, with its borders extending from Europe to the Pacific. The empire saw a mixture of reforms and conservatism, periods of economic and cultural growth, and social unrest. It also participated in several wars and conflicts, such as the Napoleonic Wars and the Crimean War. Russian Revolution and Soviet era. In 1917, the Russian Revolution took place, leading to the overthrow of the monarchy and the establishment of the Soviet Union, the world's first socialist state. The Soviet era, lasting from 1917 to 1991, was marked by Communist Party rule, planned economy, collectivization, industrialization, and ideological confrontation with the West during the Cold War. Dissolution of the Soviet Union. As the Soviet Union faced economic and political challenges in the late 1980s and early 1990s, the constituent republics, including Russia, sought greater autonomy. In 1991, the Soviet Union dissolved, and the Russian Federation emerged as an independent country. Post-Soviet Russia. Since gaining independence, Russia has undergone significant political and economic transformations. It experienced periods of political instability, economic reforms, and shifts in foreign policy. Vladimir Putin, who served as president from 1999 to 2008 and again from 2012 to 2024, played a dominant role in Russian politics during this time. Please note that this is just a concise overview of the history of the Russian Federation, and there are many more details, events, and complexities that have shaped the country over the years.